Okay guys, what's up? Hey yo, oye. This is the lesson for day 1 on dot plots and stem and leaf plots. So this is actually going to be a pretty simple unit. We're just, let's start with dot plots. Basically we're just going to be noting the frequency of each number and putting a dot above it. So that many times. So for instance, you have, let's start with the 4s because I see more than one. So I see 1, 2, and 3, right? So actually, let me read the problem first. A baseball coach keeps track of the number of runs his team scores each game. His records show the runs scored as the following: 1, 4, 3, 5, 2, 3, 5, 5, etc. Create a dot plot. This is the keyword right here, phrase, dot plot. So create a dot plot to show the runs scored in each game. So like I said, we'll start with the 4s because I see more than one off the bat. That's 1, 2, there are 3 4s. So I'm gonna put 3 dots, 1, 2, and 3. Let's do the same for the 3s. 1, 2, 3. I see 3 3s, so I'm going to put, oh, nope, there's actually one more. 4 3s. So I'm going to put 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it's easy to see how this will get kind of jumbled if you just do it blind like this. So what I like to do, maybe on a separate sheet of paper on the back, I'm just going to move over to a separate sheet of paper and just make a frequency table. So a frequency table is basically this. And please don't get this mixed up with what we're going to do next. I'll explain what I mean in a second. So a frequency table, well, let's just say, what are we keeping track of? The number of runs his team scores each year. Let's just say team scores, right? Or team runs, how about that? Not the biggest sports fan, but we'll go with that. Right, you could write it like this. You can make a little T-chart if you want. Yeah, let's just make it simple. Let's just make this a T-chart, not a box. Right, and then we'll say one side is the scores and the other side will be the frequencies. The frequency, right? And just for simplicity's sake, call this team scores. I don't know, yeah, something like that. So we're just basically keeping track of these numbers and how many times we see it. So I see a 1, I see a 0, so I see a 0, I see a 1. Let's just go all the way up to, the lowest number I see is 0, the biggest number I see is 11, so I'm gonna go 1 through 11, 0 through 11, 2. Okay, I see that on my sheet here, 0 pops up. I'm thinking just the one time. Yeah, 0 is one time. This is the frequency. 1 comes up one time. 2 comes up, let's see if we count them, 1, 2, 3. So that's 3 times. And if it helps, guys, you can like mark it out. I've done my 0. I've done my 1. We're on 2. So 1, 2, 3. So that's 3 times. 3 comes up 4 times. I see 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's 4 times. 4. I see 4 3 times, I think. Yeah, that's 1, 2, 3 4s. 5. I see 1, 2, 3, 4 5s. Yeah, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. How many sixes? I see no, oh, I see 1 6, yes. Sorry, see how I got messed up there? I see 1 6. The number is 6. The frequency, how many times do I see that number? Once. And then you can just skip all the way through to 11 because that's the only number left, and I only see one of those. So that'll be 1. These numbers don't matter, but we'll leave them here just for clarity's sake. So on our dot plot, we'll just follow our chart, right? 0 should have a 1 dot over it. 1 should have 1 dot. 2 should have 3 dots. 1, 2, 3. 3 should have 4, and I'm just gonna cross these out as I finish them. We've already done 3. 4 has 3, we've already done 4. 5 has 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 6 has 1. There are no 7, 8, 9, or 10, but there is 1 on 11. And that's it. That's exactly as simple as, you know, easy as pie. Okay, and for the stem and leaf plots, this is going to resemble what we did just now with the frequencies, the frequency table. I want you to ignore this right now, okay? The problem says Madison's quiz grades from the last term were 85, 83, 76, 94, etc. Blah, blah, blah. Create a stem and leaf plot to show the data. Stem and leaf. Okay. Basically, guys, the stem is the first number, the leaf is the last number. If you have a number like 100, we'll get to that. But let's just say the smallest number on here that I see is an 8. Sorry, no, a 7. So the number on here with the smallest first digit is going to be a 7. Okay, so I see 75, I see 76, and then I can jump to my 80s. Oh, excuse me, no, it's 50. Yes, sorry. So the smallest digit on here is 58. So always start there. Just look for your smallest digit, and that'll be the first 1 or 2 digits in there will be your first number in your stem. So let's map this out. So, okay, see how my number is 58 here? I'm just going to write a 5 as my stem and an 8 as my leaf. That is it, guys. All you have to do is just keep doing that over and over again. So, we can do the same thing for this. We could say, okay, 58, that's out of the way. 75, I think, is my next one. So that's out of the way. So here's the 7. Here's the 5 in my leaf. And let's see, I see a 76 as well. So what we'll do here for these guys, the leaf will always be the last digit, and the stem will always be every digit before that. So let's say like this is 75, right? And I also see a 76. So we say 7 and then we'll put 6 on the end. Okay. And now we can move to the 80s. I see 80, 83, 85, and 88. So 80, 83, 85, and 88. Lastly, I see, no, not lastly, we're in our 90s. So now I see 90 and 94. Okay. And because we're running out of space right here, they give us a little spot to put the key in. I'll just continue this table down here just to make it clear. When you're dealing with 100s or anything with more than 2 digits, put your first 2 numbers here or first 3. Remember, the only thing that has a limit here is your leaf. right? So like 100 is gonna look like this, 1, 0, and then 0. This is your stem, and your leaf are all the possibilities. Like, what are all your possible final digits? So I have 100. If I had 101, I'd put 10, 1. This is kind of why they put this key here. So you could say 5, 8 is equal to 58. Another version of that key could be 1002 would look like 1002. I hope that makes sense. Your stem can be very long, but your leaf must only be all the possible last digits. Yeah, if I had 1003, boom, but let's just make that even more clear. 1002. So down here, I'm gonna move over to this side a little, yeah. Since we kind of use this space, just kind of ignore this 10, 0 for a second. It says both representations, by both they mean dot plots and stem and leaf plots. Both representations are good ways to show what? Individual pieces of data. So we'll say individual pieces of data.